We are here for round of 16, match number 4 of the 1936 World Cup hosted in Germany. Today we have the round of 16 match in the lower left-hand side of the quadrant. The winner of this game gets the luxury of facing a tremendously loaded Italian squad. But you never know what could happen, because that same squad for Italy 2 years ago fell at the quarterfinal hurdle at their own hosted World Cup. Also, this is a Sweden squad where some of the players were part of the semifinal journey just 2 years ago, in which they fell to eventual champion Spain 2-1 in the semifinal. For Sweden, we have Sjöberg in the net, Eriksson, Nilsson, and Captain Kalgren will be at the back. Ole Kalgren. Tore Keller, good player. He was part of that semifinal squad 2 years ago. He's in the midfield with Jakobsen. And then, really, it's down to 3 players here who are tremendously talented. I'm going to skip Westerstrom and Hansen, are 2 of the attackers, but then we have a wonderful trident of Sven Jonassen, Starman, Erik Persson, Starman, and Nyberg, who is also a bit of an underrated player, Arne Nyberg. For Paraguay, they took part in the 1930 World Cup. They bring a similar squad back 6 years later to Germany. Modesto Denis in goal, Salvador Flores, Viterio Olmedo, Chamorro, and Aguirre at the back. In the midfield is Diego Florentin, Dominguez Caceres, and the ever-present Lino Nessi. Don't know why that name sounds familiar. As a support striker is Rivera, and then Gonzalez is up front. The football we are using today is the Fever Nova, and we are back at the Rheinstadion in Dusseldorf. We are ready for the 4th round of 16 fixture of the 1936 World Cup. Here we are at the Rheinstadion in Dusseldorf. Sweden are the favorites. They're semifinalists 2 years ago. They would love to get back to that spot. They would love to take a step further. There you can see Sweden in the yellow and blue, goalkeeper in black. Paraguay, goalkeeper in gray, and they're in their red and white striped kit. Well, probably everybody's favorite part is coming up, the one in which we need to check the match conditions. Someday this will go smooth. Bear with us here as we get the match conditions set up. All right. Cameras look good. Everything appears to be okay. And ladies and gentlemen, we are ready for the kickoff of the round of 16 fixture between Sweden and Paraguay. From the Rheinstadion, Westerstrom on the left. Sweden immediately go forward. There's Lino Nessi. Oh, and Rivera, as he breached the back line and he Forces himself out of bounds. Sjoberg clears. Jakobsen. Nyberg. There's Torre Keller. Good drive by Torre Keller. Oh, we know he's a good player. He's playing a deeper role than usual. He just lines up the number 10. He just lines up with the left foot. It's a good drive and a good save by Modesto Denis. Well, first shot of the game goes to Sweden. Jonassen. Oh, good cross, but Sven Jonassen was offside, way offside actually. Well beyond the line of God there. Here's Rivera. Westerstrom. Oh, almost a suicidal ball there. And it's cleared away. Here's Hansen to Jakobsen. Jakobsen floats it in. Sweden on the ascendary right now. Keller to Westerstrom. Caceres defends. And Modesto Denis up the field. Back to Persson. Torre Keller. He's been ever present so far. Sweden. The shot is well over the bar. The first 10 minutes have been all Sweden. Westerstrom to Hansen. Down he goes. That was a hard tackle. And the referee gives Diego Florentin the yellow. Absolutely deserved. Westerstrom takes it. And an unconventional save by Modesto Denis. Westerstrom hit it on target, and Denis got there and then just slapped it away. Sweden attacking still. Oh, and Nyberg was offside. Beyond the line of God yet again are Sweden. Well, it looks like... Oh, Gonzalez! Oh, no! And there it is! I saw it coming! Eriksson has been sent off, sending down the last man! What a turn of events! Lino Nessie into the wall! And Sweden are down to 10 men! And they will be... for 77 minutes of this match. Unbelievable turn of events. Players are flying everywhere right now. There's no question Gonzalez was in. And Ivar Eriksson brought him down. Whether he got some of the ball or not, that is absolutely a red card. You cannot fault the referee. Unbelievable turn of events here. If Sweden are to go through, semifinalists 2 years ago, they have to do it 10 men for 77 minutes. Gonzalez. It's a throw into Paraguay. Unbelievable. Oh, Lino Nessie! Oh, the little attacking midfielder was in, and he swerved his shot well wide. Lino Nessie. Gonzalez is defended well. Well, what we don't have in goals, we have in intrigue. Favorites, Sweden, are down to 10 men. Caceres now attacking, and I think he won the corner. No, it was a goal kick. Thought I saw a deflection. Lino Nessie. Given away to Kalgren. Jonassen. Westerstrom. There's Nyberg. Well, Ivar Eriksson sent off Nilsson. With the cross, the header is wayward. Another bite at the cherry! What on earth was that? The ball was crossed in. Oh my goodness. I don't know who that was, but he got the header all wrong. And then somehow, Modesto Denis, how on earth? A powerless header. And Modesto Denis turned, Willie Mays style, and made the catch. That is an unconventional save, but we've seen a couple by Modesto Denis already. Ball's cleared. Chamorro. Messi. Shot is blocked. Gonzalez drew the red card earlier, and the header from outside the box is easily saved. 33rd minute. What an intriguing game we have here. Jonasson. Will Paraguay find the advantage? Will Sweden do the unthinkable? Westerstrom. The goal! 10 men Sweden go ahead! It's Hansen! Kurt Hansen, just too powerful inside the 6-yard box. And the Landskrona Boys man bundles it in with his head. Great cross by Westerstrom. There's Kurt Hansen. And the defender just could not get his head on it. Inches above his hair. And Kurt Hansen will not miss that one. And 10 men Sweden remarkably have the lead. Knut Hansen, not Kurt Hansen, excuse me. Gonzalez now. Caceres. Oh, he's got room. And the shot is over the bar. Caceres going forward. Oh, you get the impression even with a man advantage, it's going to take something special for Paraguay to score. At least that's the way it seems right now. Pearson. Keller. Headed away. There's Dominguez. Salvador Flores to Chamorro. Down the right go Paraguay. Chamorro wins the corner. Lino Nessi will take it. It's headed away. Cleared away by Sweden. Headed forward. Salvador Flores to Caceres. Lino Nessi. Oh my goodness me. That is another disastrous challenge. I'll tell you what. Pearson was risking a red card there. My word. Sweden have got to calm themselves down. Jonasson. Goal! It's Knut Hansen again! He knows how to score with his head. And despite being down a man, Sweden are embarrassing Paraguay now. Oh, a smart header by Knut Hansen. It's just route one by Sweden. What more can you do at that point when you're down a man? It's hit and hope. And he was onside when it was played. And then Knut Hansen up against the captain. Oh, does he push him? Oh, you could argue. There's the shove right there. Oh, the referee probably should have put this one back. But it stands, and Knut Hansen just directs the ball goalwards. And on 45 minutes, it's 2-0. The 10 men of Sweden have headed themselves into a 2-goal lead. And it looks like things might be all right in Scandinavia. Keller will take the corner. It's 3-0. Unbelievable. And it's Wetterstrom. Who needs 11 men when you can do this with 10? Wetterstrom now with a goal and an assist. Just flicks it onto the far post. No dirty there. No chance for Modesto Denise. And remarkably, the 10 men of Sweden have a 3-goal advantage. It all looked like it was going wrong for Sweden at the start. And they're up 3-0. And the referee calls for halftime. Well, it's a bit embarrassing, really, for Paraguay at this point. Up a man, but giving up 7 opportunities to their 6, and only having a 51% possession advantage. We now move forward to the second half, where Paraguay have the numerical advantage. It's not impossible. I don't even know if it's improbable at this point. What I do know is Paraguay have some work to do. here we are at the Rhine Stadion. It's 3-0 Sweden. Chamorro now goes forward. He's been on some lung-busting runs, Chamorro, today. The 10 men of Sweden. All goals scored with the head. Here's Rivera, and the shot is right at Sjöberg. Almost given away. Florentine to Caceres. Chamorro. And it's won by Persson. Wetterstrom, the third goal scorer. Jakobsen loses it. Gonzalez. Caceres to Dominguez to Lino Nessi. Long ball is headed away. Well, Sweden, play continues. Sweden very much keen on getting to a quarterfinal. Gonzalez is in here, and he goes for the chip. Not for the first time in this tournament we've seen. And it seemed a decent idea, but it's within arm's reach of Sjöberg. And he holds on. That was a chance for Paraguay. Wetterstrom. Well, Villalba and Eusebio Diaz all come in. There's a header. I think Modesto Denis is going to be seeing headers in his nightmares tonight. But once again, Sweden keen on at least a quarterfinal spot, but really talented enough to get out of the quadrant and into the semifinal. And that would be for the second World Cup in a row, when they really announced themselves on the world stage 2 years ago in Italy. Villalba now. Well, the Paraguay a bit woeful in attack, really. Villalba. There's Dominguez, good tackle. Oh, another supreme tackle. And Nyberg now down the right-hand channel. Oh, but the players weren't up to support, and the referee spots a foul. Given away, Wetterstrom. Wetterstrom! Oh, once again, Modesto Denis making things interesting back there. Not sure why he went to ground, but Eric Persson is out, and Bunk is in. Torre Keller to take the corner, headed away. There's Torre Keller. Ball in for Sweden, and Knut Hansen went for the hat trick. Well, he'd probably have a better chance if he used his head on that one, given that he's headed home twice today so far. There's Jonasson! Jonasson! You're not going to stop Sven Jonasson when he has that much space. The star man gets the goal. It's 4-0 Sweden, and the 11 men of Paraguay are being routed by the 10 men of Sweden. And if you're just joining us, Sweden have been down to 10 men for 77 minutes since the 13th minute, and they've scored all 4 goals down a man. Sven Jonasson has scored again at a World Cup. He is a talented, talented player, and you will not stop him when you give him this much space. Right down into the corner, and on 65 minutes, it's 4-0. All 4 goals. Sweden have scored a man down. Villalba. Paraguay get one back. It was put in the mixer. And Lino Nessi. All right, it's 4-1 now. Right in the mixer, and he just prods it home. Just a nice little toe poke. When you're up a man, really, sometimes this is all it takes. Put it in the mixer and just prod it in. Look at this with the left foot. Look at that for a strike. Wonderful strike. In tight space. Look at Lino Nessi. Look at this. Gets his foot around it. Puts a little toe poke on it. Sjöberg can't react. Line up the troops. Paraguay, they're not out of it yet. You would think they would be, but being a man up, this could get a bit wild as Rivera now breaks into the box now. Rivera! And he goes down at the near post. And a bit of dramatics there by Rivera because it really was never going in. Well, the Rhine Stadion is where we saw the tremendous Brazil Poland match. What do Paraguay have up their sleeve now? Oh! And Villalba this time with a left-footed strike just past Sjoberg in the post. 21 minutes remain in Paraguay. They're going for it now. Where was this prior? And here's Villalba. He's in. Villalba! Sjoberg saves. Well, what on earth were Paraguay doing prior to the 70 minutes? I don't know. But they've decided to give it a go. Time's running out. Jonassen. Well, I have the ball's crossed, and I have to say the header. Really, I think Sweden are through, and it's just a formality at this point. But you never know. You never know. And Villalba heads it out for a goal kick. Linderholm is in for Nilsson. 13 minutes remain. 4-1 Sweden. Good ball in. The header! And Modesto Denise with the save. He's had an adventure today in the net, that's for sure. Lino Nessi, the goal scorer, to Caceres. Caceres wins the corner. Lino Nessi takes. And it's headed away. Oh, given away. Bunk is in now. Bunk! And he goes to the corner. And it's a throw-in for Sweden. Jonassen. Bunk. Save made by Modesto Denise and given away. And a good save by Denise. Bunk again. He's going for goal. And it's a positional reaction save by Denise. Torre Keller with the corner. Gonzalez. And I think it's all but concluded now. Sweden will be facing Italy in the quarterfinal. And it's... No, the referee, I thought it was 5. I think that's a bunk. Yep, just a step beyond the line of God. The referee disallows the goal. That would have been the cherry on top. Here's Nyberg. Keller. Deflection save. We will be seeing a quarterfinal of Sweden versus Italy. Benitez comes in. The match is over now, surely. Paraguay will leave Germany having scored a goal at least, but embarrassingly losing to Sweden 4-1. All 4 Swedish goals scored with a man disadvantage. Can Paraguay grab a second? Sjoberg saves it. The ball is cleared. The referee ends the match. And Sweden move on. 10 men Sweden. Who needs 11? You could have put a Swedish meatball out there and they would have not mattered at that point. Here is Knut Hansen authoritatively heading home inside the 6-yard box. Wetterstrom on the assist. Then Sven Jonassen hope and hit there, and Knut Hansen redirects it in. Wonderful header, really. And then Torre Keller got an assist. Nice little glancing header. No goalkeeper is going to save that. You question if a defender should have been on the post. Then you see here Sven Jonassen just takes it himself. He's given space, and he says, "Thank you very much. I will slot that home." And then it was just a nice little finish by Lino Nessi. Ball put in the mixer, and Lino Nessi, look at this little touch right there. It's 4-1 Sweden. 17 chances for Sweden, 14 for Paraguay. Paraguay ended up just like halftime with a 51% possession advantage. But that concludes the left side of the World Cup bracket. And we have 2 quarterfinals set. Quarterfinal number 1. is Peru versus Brazil, an all-South American affair. It's an all-European affair in quarterfinal number 2 with Italy versus Sweden. In truth, 3 of the 4 round of 16 games were absolute routs. Peru having beaten Japan 5-0, Italy beating Mexico 4-0, Sweden needing only 10 men to beat Paraguay 4-1. But of course, to remind those watching, we had an all-time World Cup classic between Poland and Brazil. 3-3, back and forth, wild game, wild extra time in which both teams could have won it, and then a penalty shootout in which PES II smacked the bar and fell to his knees. Well then, we'll wrap up here. We move to the right side of the bracket next time. The next game, look at that for an absolute encounter. The reigning World Cup champions get a much more seasoned and talented Yugoslavia side with the likes of Trnavich, Sekulic, and Arsenojevic. That is not, despite being the favorites, Spain, that is not an easy game. Of course, they're going to be taking on the winners of the United States and a team that's raising an eyebrow or two, Norway. And then the lower right-hand side of the quadrant, oh, look at that, it's Egypt and Hungary again. Well, in the World Cup 2 years ago, Egypt upset Hungary 2-1, and the table has flipped. Now Egypt is the seeded team, and we know Hungary has tremendous talent. It's round 2 of that World Cup war, and then to top us off, we will see. We're going to try to keep the politics out of it, but you've got the Austrians versus the Germans there. That should be a fiery encounter. Thank you so much for joining us today. 1936 World Cup in Germany. We'll see you next time soon. The reigning world champion Spain versus talented Yugoslavia. Spain's favored, but Yugoslavia's no slouch. Join us next time. Good night.